Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M53 M55. It's the Tier 9 American SPG and it's located on the south spawn of Mountain Pass under the command of Goliath Killer 1. Well, the short fat barrel means it's the 8-inch howitzer that identifies it as the M55, and this tank is built on the hull of an M46 Pratt tank. And as you can see, it's got a turret, which means it can turn to shoot at the enemy. And that's precisely what Goliath Killer is doing right from the start. He's not moving from the spawn point, he's starting to aim. But he's got a long reload, it's 34.3 seconds, and that's because it's the 8-inch gun. Now the enemy at this moment is moving away from the spawn point. And I think we'll probably catch sight of some of them very, very shortly. Okay. Getting ready to spot his first enemy. And one's turned up and it's very close. Unfortunately, it's too close. He can't get a shot on it because he can't loop the shell over the tanks that he's actually in front of, are in front of him. Plus, of course, the mountain's in the way. But from where he's located at the moment, actually, he can't fire on the ice road either. Because, again, a mountain is in the way. And he can't fire on that FCM. In fact, there's very few things that he can fire on at the moment. He can fire on that T26E4, the Super Pershing. He's indicated that is target. And he's fired a round out and pulled back. Oh, yes! He did get a hit. Direct hit. 449 hit points. Right, well, can he get a shot on these two? Yes, he can, just. And they're sitting at the end of the bridge road. He's almost loaded. All two tanks together, perfect. Get double bubble. Here he goes. Round out. It's going to land between them. Oh, it hit the VK, who picked up 364 hit points of damage. So I guess he wasn't so keen to push that other tank out the way. He wouldn't have received a massive great hit. But we've lost sight of them now. Hopefully that T-54 Mob 1 will spot them for us, and that'll give us an indication of where they are on the ice, on the bridge road. Almost loaded. There he is. Been spotted. And we're loaded. Rounds out straight away. And yes, another hit, 449. It's not quite a one-shot, but it'll certainly sub that. Yes, and he did. 127 hit points this time. Must have hit some strong armor. I think that FCM can't move up because there's an UDES in the way. But if we can get another shot into that VK, he is potentially a one-shot kill now. Now he's definitely a one-shot kill, no doubt about it. The next round from Goliath Killer 1 will kill him. Round out. Yep, he's gone. In fact, actually, it looks like Goliath Killer is being joined by another R2. That's the FD3805. That's the British Tier 9. And that's a lovely bunch of coconuts. Now the output damage on this gun, which you can see here, is 1050 hit points, but you have to get penetration of 52mm of armour in order to get that. He's taking it up quite high, and from this position he can shoot at the enemy. Unfortunately, he can't hit anything on the mountain road. to the west, but he can certainly fire on the enemy cap area. Now, if he can see a tracer from the enemy Arty, look for those bushes. Usually somebody goes up there on top of that plateau overlooking the cap. And if they are there and we see the tracer, yes, we just saw a tracer, and the round's out, and he got him. It was the enemy M53 55. He's counter batteried him. Now there's another enemy Arty out there in FD3 805. And you can see he's changing position, relocating, and that's to avoid any counter battery fire on him. I wonder if he's actually going around here to help with the attack on his teammates. But I also have noticed on the mini-map that the route to our cap is completely open now. And I'm not sure the FP3805's realised that. He's at grave danger. And if the enemy comes out that way, whoa! Live Killer's manoeuvring there. Well, if he can get past this junction, he can probably get to the cap area faster than his teammates can. He's got a much better power to weight ratio than them. And remember, he's based on the Patton tanks, so he's actually quite nimble and sturdy. Well, there's the enemy Arty up there. It looks like that enemy Arty, the FP3805, is engaging our teammate. Oh, he's killed him. Or has he? Well, we're looking back towards our own cap area at the moment, and our FP3805 has just been taken out by the enemy Centurion. But I think we're going to head towards the enemy cap, and if we all of them get into the cap area simultaneously, I think it'll all be over fairly quickly. There's still 5 enemy out there. We've got 1 in the cap already. The Alpine Tiger's going into the cap. That enemy FD3805 is still up the hill. He's still up there. In fact, there he is. Yep. And Goliath Killer didn't realise that. I think he just didn't twig. It passed by him. But the FP3805 is coming out to try and get a shot. Oh, he shotguns him! And that is a counter battery because he killed both the enemy Arty. And now he's in the cap. The Alpine Tiger can run interference and stop the enemy from approaching. And we can cap out. 17 seconds to go. Don't think the enemy can get in time. There's only 3 of them left. 1's on the bridge road, 2 are on the ice road, and they just can't make it here. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. It's all over. They've won. That was nice and painless. And here's the end of battle results. It's a 3rd class tanker for Goliath Killer 1 in the M53-55. He also picked up a counter battery fire medal for taking out both of the enemy Arty, the M53-55 and the FP3805. And he also got a bruiser medal as well for that battle, for getting 5 critical hits. In fact, the win rate for the game 2486, which is Unicum's level. So let's have a look at the team score. He didn't get the highest damage in that game. That went to the T28 prototype. He actually got a Confederate and 3,506 hit points of damage. Or is it? No, that's the highest on the enemy team. The highest on his own team is actually the Tiger 2. But the Tiger 2 didn't pick up the high caliber for some reason. when it comes to Goliath Killer, he managed to get 2,205 hit points of damage, but he did get the highest number of kills on his team. The highest number of kills in the game was the Ag Tiger, who managed to get 5. And when it came to base XP, it was the Alpine Tiger who did best. He managed to pick up a steel wall, got 916 base XP. So the Tiger 2 managed 899, the IS-3A got 833, and Goliath Killer managed 688. He fired 7 rounds in that game, got 7 direct hits, but no penetrations at all. Splash damage on 7, damage of 2,205 hit points, of which 2,021 were at more than 300 meters. He damaged 4 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and also did 28 capture points on the cap whilst they capped out at the other end. He earned 20,921 credits on a standard account, and after ammunition resupply, took away 7,831 credits. He received 688 base XP, and there was no multiplier, so that's all he took away. But fantastic game there, very, very quick, but he did the right thing. He relocated away from his cap the moment he realised it was compromised and that it could actually be captured. And if he'd stayed where he was, he would have been killed alongside the FB3805 by the Centurion. So by relocating and following the pack up the ice road, he actually assisted them to cap out, but he also got the chance to have a go at that FB3805 and get himself a nice counter battery. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.